Hello, my dear students. So, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Yes, my dear students. Last time we had started with chapter number 11, that is determination of equilibrium level of price and output. So, what we did in that, we found out two different we can say conditions for a perfectly competitive market, where either in the first situation they were getting abnormal profit or supernormal profit. The second one where they were able to get normal profit. Now what do we understand by normal profit and abnormal profit? What's the difference? See, in a perfectly competitive market, there are large number of buyers and sellers in the market. That's why the price does not change. Okay, one single seller cannot influence the price also. Okay, that's why we have the same price at every time. Okay, now what happens? Suppose a seller, a firm is selling and starts earning abnormal profit out of it. Now, if I am a seller, and if I before starting my business, I was doing a job which I have stopped. I was suppose earning 1 lakh rupees a month, and I stopped that job and I started my business. So to get that motivation to do a business, to continue the business, what do you feel? How much should I be earning bare minimum? At least the 1 lakh equivalent to the job what I was earning, that is the bare minimum what I am asking for, that I should be earning minimum. So that is normal profit for me. What is it? Normal profit in economics. Okay. So a firm in perfectly competitive market never earns abnormal profit. That I'll tell you in long run how it is. Okay. Now let us start with another situation where now what the condition still remains the same. Suppose this is my price is equals to AR is equals to MR, where MC curve cuts MR curve. That means this point is going to be my equilibrium. Okay, so OP is the price and OQ is the quantity. So OQEP is going to be my revenue over here. What is it going to be my revenue over here? Now, suppose my short run average cost curve is more than my revenue. This perpendicular it cuts here. So suppose if I write V and S. Okay. So what happens? I get OQSB as my cost. Now what is happening? What happens over here? OQEP is my revenue and OQSB is my cost. So it signifies that my cost is more than my revenue. That means I'm getting loss. So what happens over here? This portion PESB is my loss. What is it? My loss. Okay, fine. A firm may incur loss. But now over here, what we have to understand, whether at this point a firm should continue the business or they should shut down the business. So if we remember one thing, there are two types of cost, fixed cost and variable cost. If I start a business and I'm not able to recover my fixed cost, that is fine. It's okay. In long run, I may be able to do that. But in short run, if I'm not able to recover even my variable cost, भाई तुम business करना बंद कर दो. Shut down your business. Business करने के लायक नहीं हो. So that point where I am not even able to recover my variable cost, it is called as a shutdown point. Okay. So in the given diagram, our total cost is, of course, average cost is more than revenue. Okay, fine, understandable. But are we able to recover our variable cost? So for that, we have to draw an average variable cost over here. Average variable cost. Okay, fine. So what did I understand over here? OQEP is my revenue. That means at this point is my revenue. Now average variable cost is lower than my revenue. That means I am earning sufficient revenue that I am able to recover my variable cost at least. So it is not a shutdown point. It is not a shutdown point. What do I mean by shutdown point? Is a situation where a firm in perfect competition is not able to recover its variable cost, not able to recover its variable cost. That is called as a shutdown point. Is it clear, my dear students? So with this, yes, all our concepts of determination of equilibrium price and quantity is over. Now we are going to understand how do we determine the supply curve of the firm. Now suppose there are various prices given here. Okay, so this was price 0, this was price 1, this was price 2, this was price 3. Now we will determine the equilibrium level of quantity where MC curve cuts MR curve, where MC curve cuts MR curve. So at price 0, how much quantity? OQ 0. At price 1, how much quantity? OQ 1. At price 2, how much quantity? OQ 2. At price 3, how much quantity? OQ 3. Okay. So at different prices, how much quantity is determined by the equilibrium? Now I will draw another x-axis and y-axis here. I draw again the price lines, the same price over here, same price. P0, P1, P2, P3, P0, P1, P2, P3. At P0, how much quantity? Q0. How much quantity? Q0. So I will draw over here. Okay. At P1, how much quantity? Q1. So I will take the quantity Q1 over here. Okay. At P2, how much quantity? Q2. So I will take the quantity Q2 over here. At P3, how much quantity? Q3. So I'll take Q3 over here. And if I draw it over here like this. And when I make a locus of all these points, when I make a locus of all of these points like this, okay? Just watch. This is my supply curve. What is this? This is my supply curve. So this is determination of short run supply curve. What is it? Short run supply curve I am determining through equilibrium. Through equilibrium in a perfectly competitive market. In a perfectly competitive market. I hope this part over here is pretty much clear to all of you. Moving ahead to the next thing. Next thing what we have to learn is how we studied about the equilibrium in short run. Equilibrium in short run. Three different situations may happen: abnormal or supernormal profit, normal profit, and losses, right? But what about long run? So if I draw a long run marginal revenue curve and long run marginal cost curve. Long run marginal cost curve. So I get the equilibrium at point E over here. Okay. Now this thing again. OQEP is going to be my revenue, and in long run, this long run average cost curve, cuts at the same point. So that means in long run it is always going to be normal profit. What is it going to be? Normal profit. A firm in a long run in perfect competition never earns supernormal profit or never goes into loss. What is the reason? The reason is that a firm whenever earns supernormal profit, because it's a perfectly competitive market, other firms enter into the market and the profit gets distributed. So again it will come back to the normal profit. And if a firms are facing losses, few firms will exit the market So again the loss what they are making will be going out, and the firms start to make normal profit out of it. That's why a firm in a perfectly competitive market, in long run, never going to get supernormal profit, abnormal profit, or losses. It is always going to make normal profit only. Yes, my dear students, I hope the concept what we have done till here is pretty much crystal clear to all of you. If you like this video, like karo, share karo, and subscribe karo. Thank you so much, my dear students.